Hi there and good afternoon. Thank you so much for hopping on to my page or to my channel depending where you're viewing this from. My name is Esther and this is Stampin' Style Creations. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, which means I get to share my love of stamping with you and paper crafting, and I get to share that love by demonstrating and by holding workshops and being able to sell the products to you through a catalogue or through online. Welcome, it's lovely to see you on this very sunny day here in the UK. I'm glad that you could join me. So today the plan is to make a card, but it's not any card. We're going to double it up as a bookmark card. So sometimes you may receive a handmade card and you think that's very nice, but what am I going to do with it now? A lot of people do hold on to their cards. They put it in albums or they keep it for keepsakes. They recycle it into a new card. But this one is what I'd call a practical card, so it can be used in more ways than one. Hello there, Miss Mindy. She says, hello Esther, almost birthday girl. So what are we now? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's fast approaching. Thank you, Mindy. Don't forget you can share out this broadcast if you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube. Thank you, replay viewers. I've got to say that because I know people watch when they're awake or in their own time when they're ready to watch. So I needed to look up the name of this particular paper because I got hold of some and I wasn't sure what it's called. So it is called Bloom Where You're Planted, and I'll show you that in just a second. So let's get you turned around, do the old turning around jobby. Okay, so it's this paper here. So I did a paper share, which meant that when Stampin' Up did a paper sale, I bought in the papers, chopped them up and distributed them. Oh, am I back to life? I'm just going to call you up on the other device so that I can make sure that at least my video is working. Okay. Just bear with me, please. Hold the line, please, caller. Why won't it let me go to what I want it to? It's been a bit slow today. Come on, wakey wakey. Eggs and bacon. Here we go. Right, do comment when you come in so I know who's watching. It's always nice to see who's around. And yes, Bloom Where You're Planted. So it's got lots of plant-based paper, which is a little bit ironic, isn't it? Because it is actually made out of paper. Hi Valerie. So you've got this ones with plants which you cut out and then incorporate with some pots, which I'm going to use in a minute. The other side you've got like a plainer textured side to it. So I've been going ahead cutting a bit out. I love this one. This is nice. And I think that's grey granite colour. It's nice dark ferny colour. And you've got this brickwork on the other side of that. Got this one, and you've got more lovely brickwork, and then you've got the concrete one with this kind of design here. So I've gone ahead. I wonder if I can change my paper so you can at least see what I'm doing. I've gone ahead and cut out some plants to save you getting too bored watching me fussy cut. And I started cutting out some pots, so I'll just do a bit more of those while I chat to you. Hello there, Wendy. Lovely to see you. I was going to use some brickwork for the bottom of this, but then I decided because I'm going to cut my paper at a slant, it might look like I've got slanty brickwork. And the same goes with any texture with lines. So I thought, right, okay, plan B, we'll avoid those ones. And we'll maybe choose the concrete style paper. So then the other option was, do I put the plants in the pots or do I have them looking as if they're... This looks like somebody's head. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. It just needs a couple of eyes. What was I saying? Oh dear, I do get distracted easily. My husband tells me that. He said, you start something and then you start talking, and especially in the car, I see something and then I go, oh, look at that! start getting really distracted easily. Trouble with that is I forgot what I was saying. Yes, concrete. So there's a concrete, yeah, this one. So if I was to use the wall, because I'm cutting it at a slant, I thought it might look like a slanty wall, which we don't really want. So I thought I'd use the concrete. I will show you what design I'm working towards. Now, I did this card recently in a class, and I thought I'd recreate it in a slightly more masculine way, or with something plant-based, so for a gardener or love plants. So this, look, comes out and you've got yourself a bookmark that slots into there. So that's what we're working towards. Let's have a look. Valerie says, the video your family make was wonderful. Thank you, Valerie. So if you haven't checked out that video by my husband and my sons, you have to head over to YouTube, and it's brilliant, and it was such a lovely surprise. Do go and check that out. They did me a little pre-birthday surprise. So let's chop this down. So with the background paper here, you don't need to fill the whole sheet. In fact, I've kind of cheated a bit and not cut it all the way down. So I'm going to do that today, and we're going to choose what we want for our background. I'm quite partial to either this dark one or this kind of jungly one, but bearing in mind I want to maybe do some stamping on a bookmark as well. So I'm thinking maybe this, what I call the jungle type one, and then we could have that as our front panel, which will be there. Okay, so you know where I'm going with it. I'm going to cut this down to my usual mat and layer, which is 5 5/8 in the old inches by 3 7/8. With this measurement, it just gives me a nice border around the edge of my card that I'm layering it onto. I did say I wasn't going to do it that deep, but I've done it now. Doesn't matter. What's done is done. So this one is, so I've gone up 2.5 inches and cut it at 2. Okay, so you cut away 2.5 inches. I'm making sure that the width is the same as my previous paper. Then I'm going to put it to the 2-inch mark, which is there. Hold on, what am I doing? What am I doing? So I want it all the way to from the 2.5 to the 2. So I need to make a little notch so I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to put it at the 2-inch. I'm going to make a little dent. And then I'm going to slant it. So I'm going from the 2-inch to the 2.5. Hello, there he is, the star of the video. Hello, my darling. Okay, so we've got this slant happening. Now, you can cut it straight, but it's amazing what a difference a slant makes. Believe me. Yeah, it makes all the difference. So on this one, I've got a nice little fluted bit here, which I might do. Let's just check out our plant situation. See, I bet you're glad now that I fussy cutted all this out before I came on screen to you. You didn't have to sit and watch me cut these out. So they look nice, I think. Let's have a look. That pot bothers me. I don't think if you had a pot like that in real life that it'd actually sit. It'd be too wobbly. So I might have to cut that pot because it is bugging me a little bit, the fact that it's able to stand without a flat base. So yes, I think we need maybe a little bit of detail on there. So let's have a look what we've got. Oh, we've got these, which are the border dies. We could cut ourselves a nice sort of, there's a lace edge or there's a zigzag. That could be quite fun. Or, oh, we've got this shape, could have used that. Or we've got the curvy one. But I think for this one we are going to use the zigzag. Ah, look at that, that's a nice emoji. Wendy says, I fussy cut some and trimmed the bottom of the one because it'd be easier, like a weeble. So did you cut the She fussy cut. Trim the bottom of that one because it would be like a weeb. Yes, exactly. Oh, Mindy's paying compliments as well. It does bother me a little bit, so let's just chop that one there. See, look how much better. What an improvement that makes. How much better. I can't speak proper English. Let's find. I had it just here. Here we go. So using that lovely evening evergreen to match, look, I could use this lovely strip. Sometimes it's worth holding on to these tiny strips that you think you'll never use. Shall I bring on? I'll bring on the little one. I was going to bring on the big beastie, but he can stay where he is. Running out of room on the old table otherwise. There. I just had the other cut at the whatchamacallit out. Oh, where have I put that? Might have to be the big beast then. I've gone and just temporarily lost the cutting plate. Right, hold on folks, hold on. Have to be the beast. The lady beast. Right. Somebody's pressed the button to join my live chat. Let's see who that is. Louise. Did you mean to do that? So, let's put that in there. Keeps moving. This is so smooth. If you guys haven't experienced the smoothness of the cut and emboss, you don't know what you're missing out on, just saying. And it's such a useful machine if you're getting into card making and crafting. Oh, losing everything today. Here we go, mini trimmer. So let's just move aside our plants. Thinking we'll just go along the edge. So let's cut this whole thing off. Let's cut this whole thing off. We'll just apply a bit of glue. It makes all the difference. There we go. So I've put my finger where it's going to stop. Looks like I'm making a crocodile, says Wendy. Crocodile snap. Could be a crocodile, couldn't it? So, because we're nearing the 25th of the month, it does mean that it's nearly time for another Christmas Stamp-a-thon challenge 2021. So if you don't know about the Christmas Stamp-a-thon challenge, for 10 months we set a Christmas challenge over on the Facebook page, and you need to use some Stampin' Up products. Do you know what, I might lob a bit off the bottom because it could be used for another card. Bit frugal like that, me. Yes, so it prepares you for Christmas. And you get to make either usually Christmas cards or some other crafty projects. So I'm going to put this to one side. So the new challenge is coming out tomorrow on the 25th, as you'd expect. Now to make the bookmark section of the card. So because we've got white in the paper, I will use white. Just trying to find a piece that's long enough. I did cut down some cards the other day. And then maybe as we've got this colour out, oh, this looks about the right, oh, just under 2 inches, which will be fine. I'll go with that. We'll have that. And we'll do, how tall is this? Yep, that's about right. I'm going to cut this down to just literally a smidgen under 2 inches because I'm going to use the tag topper to do that bit. Cut this to the same height. There we go. Now I don't have, there is a plant stamp to go with that one, but as I don't have that particular plant stamp, I thought we could go for the lovely succulents, because there is succulents in the paper. We could do a nice big succulent here. Keep it simples. Right, I'm just going to move you out of the way a minute and just do that. I need... So, is anybody crafting today? Tell me, what you up to today? What are you doing? I'm going to cut these out now so I know what space I've got. Sometimes because I'm a visual crafter, I need to see what things look like before I then go and do it, if that makes sense. So popping them in the tag punch. Now this particular one is retired, but there is other ones available from Stampin' Up, which have got slightly different tag tops. I quite like this traditional looking tag top. Wendy is playing with new stuff. Exciting. Trying to get some more videos made for YouTube. So if you don't follow Wendy, you have my permission to pop your link in the comments and let everybody know where they can find you when you're not watching me. And where they can find you on YouTube. I think I'll just do a nice big stamp in the middle. Okay, I like it. Now, do we want some more succulents? Why not? Because we might as well add a few more. Right, I'm going to put some corner. Look, you can partial stamp. When you're stamping, you don't have to use the whole stamp. Going to stamp that again, make sure I've got enough. There we go. It just kind of carries on that design nicely. Barbie is homesick because she had a migraine all night. Ouchie ouch. Barbie, wishing you well. Wishing you a speedy recovery from your horrible, horrible migraine. What colour? I think it's this colour. Okay, we'll go with that. There you go. If you click on that link, it will take you to Wendy's channel. Wendy Woo's... was it Wendy Woo's Creations? Do you know what? I've forgotten. I'm sorry, Miss Wendy. So I've got the dark green here. Let's do some succulent colouring. Sorry, I didn't expect this to be a colouring fest, but now that I've stamped it, I'm going to have to colour it in. I'll try not to take forever, but sometimes it's actually quite therapeutic watching somebody colour, believe it or not. Whenever I colour, I think, oh, they're going to think, oh, she could be here forever. I usually fast forward it on my videos if I'm editing, but it can actually be just quite relaxing, not just for me, but for the viewers. Now, when it comes to colouring the succulents, I do like to use 2 shades. I've not used this dark green one on them yet. I normally use a more succulent-y colour. Is there such thing? So mint macaron is a good succulent colour. Oh, sorry, Woo's, that's it, Woo's Creations, thank you. funny sometimes when your mind goes blank. You know it, but then when you come to recall it, you can't remember. See, I like it already. I was tempted to leave some bits white. But, yeah, so the idea of this card, as I was saying, is the fact that you can make it into, doubles up as a bookmark, especially for people that maybe, like men, that might not appreciate cards as much. Oops. Sorry, I was taking off my bulky bracelet and then it flung to the floor. I like this colour for the succulents. This is quite nice. I'm going to do my rough colouring. So what's everyone else up to today? I've managed to get 2 loads of washing out. Quite proud of that fact. Perfect day for washing. It's got a nice breeze in the air and it's sunny. Perfect. So I'm trying to be careful because there are different succulents behind here. Look at that, lovely. Oh, hi Fee, nice to see you. What colour's this? Oh, it's soft succulent. So we've got to use this. I think I might use, this is quite a nice colour for these. I've got some of these type of succulents in the garden, I think. Is it these ones or is it the other ones? So you'd find generally that the darker colour would be on the base of the petals, because that's where all the shadows would lie. But like I said, I'm not going to be here forever colouring. I want to show you how this comes together super easily. So I did make another type of bookmark card ages ago, but I like the way that this one just slips out of the gap, and hopefully it's obvious that it is a bookmark. You might need to, if you did give it away, you might need to just put a note saying this is a bookmark card. I feel like you get your money's worth. You get kind of 2 for the price of 1. So, where's everyone coming in from? I know we've got Australia in the house, got the UK in the house. Let me know. This might be the first time watching. Do feel free to comment, or you can comment in the replay. Lisa's on her way to the office, about 45 minutes away. It's been raining on and off. Did up her green beans yesterday and crafted with a friend. What a lovely day. Strung up your green beans. Crafting with a friend. I've been getting into my gardening a bit lately too. I'm going to change colours and we're going to go just jade. Ooh, I'm going to go just jade, and I'm not going to bother with light and dark because it's teeny tiny areas we are colouring in. Now, I also know for a fact not everybody is a fan of green. So, hands up. Are you a fan of green or not? Sorry, I shouldn't ask a double question. Let me know in the comments. Are you a fan of green or not? Oh, Valerie, you're in Ireland. You're in the house. In the house in Ireland. It's just nice to place people sometimes, because you just imagine everybody to have the same accent and be in the same place. It's not the case. So, for those of you who might want to know or don't know already, I'm in the West Country. I'm in Wiltshire. The county of Wiltshire, which is kind of west, southwest. of England. Wendy said green is growing on me since Evening Evergreen came out. That's interesting. So because these are these, I'm going to colour these in this colour. What's CNC stand for? Running by CNC in Melksham. I think it means a machine. Unless it's a typo or... So Matt's listening while working, listening in. Probably with heavy machinery going on. I think it depends on the green. Like I love this sage succulent green colour. Love this colour. I'd like this on the wall. In fact, this is the colour I did want on my dining room wall in the old house, but the colour that went on the walls ended up to be like a mint green. It was a completely different colour, but this was the colour I wanted. Ooh, computer numerical control. CNC machines are cool, says Wendy. Wendy, do you know about those? Good morning, Lydia. Now, because I have grey granite in the paper, I'm going to use my grey granite as a shadow. So really simple technique which helps your images to pop is to just outline them with either a grey blend or this grey granite or blue, anything like that. Now you might be thinking, yes Esther, but you're colouring it in and it's going to show through on the other side. Aha! But remember, we're going to cover the majority with a double card. So you're all talking about machinery now. So I'm going to try and just be fairly swifty. Around the corners. Look at that, look at the difference it makes just by adding that shadowing around it. And we can even go in here just to hide any boo-boos and to create some shadows within the plants themselves. And all you're doing is outlining the existing image, so it's not difficult, but it makes all the difference. Thank you, Fee. Thank you. Waiting for ambulance. Oh, what does that say? I missed a comment. Susan's waiting for ambulance. Bring your husband home. Should be here any mo. Oh, Susan, I'm glad he's coming home. It's good to hear that. Susan says she loves green, but not to wear. Oh, how funny. I've got into wearing green. But it is, like Wendy said, it's that evening evergreen colour. Keep spotting it, and got a nice green necklace in that colour. Been loving my evening evergreen cardstock for card bases, says Lisa. Okay, I think we're there now. Very tempted just to whack my blend over this. Just break up that white space. That's better. Okay, now we're in business. Look at the difference it makes. So, when I flick with my blend, I know some people flick like this with the pen lid, okay? But when you are using a blend, if you do that, you'll end up ruffling up your edges on your brush nib. So, the second best thing is to get a block or something hard, and if you hit it against that, it'll create the same splatter without you damaging your nib. Thank you, Lisa, for those lovely birthday emojis. So, there we go. Now, we're just slightly offsetting the base cards. Good morning, Vicky, nice to see you. And so that we can thread through whatever ribbon we want to use on our project. So we don't want to glue all of this, we want to glue the majority. How's lockdown treating the Australians? How are you guys coping? Are you okay? Are you managing to fit in some crafty time? Excuse me. Okay, ribbon. Let's have a look. We've got some choices to make. We've got this lovely clear one. Oh, I am tempted to this woven thread. And some, she says. Look, we've got grey granite twine as well. So I think I'm going to use that nice woven ribbon. And I'm going to do something similar to this one, where you pop in your ribbon through the gap. Now, if you go on to make a similar project, I'd love to see it, and I'd love you to share it on my Facebook group page, which is SSC Inspired and Shared, which stands for Stampin' Star Creations. Okay, so please go ahead and use the idea. Acknowledge, just say, oh, I've seen this on Esther's page, Stampin' Star Creations. Love a bit of acknowledgement if you copy stuff. It's just, you know, unwritten kind of crafter's rule that if you've cased something that you acknowledge it. Now, I must admit, I did get this idea from, I know it was somebody from Stampin' Up who I gathered the idea, but I don't think it was his original idea. And unfortunately I can't remember his name. I don't think it's Mr. Pilling, I think it was the other one. Wendy says she loves this woven thread ribbon. I really like it, but I don't think I've used it enough. You know, that kind of case, that scenario. It's wanting the opportunities to use it. There we go. I hope you saw that. So to get the nice bit of thread in there as well with the grey granite, I've used that to tie up my ribbon. Let's just bring you out a bit. Okie dokie. Vicky's in bed trying to sleep, but it's too windy. It's okay, but just hanging in there. Bless you. Right, let's bring back our card. See that all tuck in there nicely. Look how lovely that goes. Okay, let's get a base card. I'm thinking maybe just white. Actually, grey granite might work. You see, grey granite is one of those colours that I think gets forgotten about. But actually, it's quite a nice earthy colour. Let's just audition. I don't have any white. See, that's quite... she says. How about a bit of a white layer on the... Yes, let's do that. That just helps to break it. If you find that colours are looking a bit heavy or the colours need breaking up a bit, introduce a bit of white. So because I'm using the same size, I'm just going to trim this down. A smidge. Yeah, we will do a smidge, however. A smidge can be any size you want it to. Barbie likes the grey. Now, because I'm using paper, I can afford to just use a whole bit of card and stick it on there. Whereas normally I like to chop away the middle bit. Okay. So let's get sticking. Now don't forget, you don't want to stick the whole of your base. So don't do that. You just want to stick a bit of it, because that bookmark won't be able to fit in the slot where you need it to go. So just looking at the borders on each of the three sides to get an idea as to where my paper should be fitting. Then you're literally putting a smidgen of glue, actually down the sides don't matter, but along the bottom you just want to be a little bit more careful with it. So you can either dot this glue on like this, or you can just spread it along in a line. Less is more. Because it's liquid, it will splay out a bit and you don't need loads and loads of glue. So just matching this up with my existing paper. And remember, we're just gluing those 3 sides because you want to be able to tuck your bookmark in. Okay, let's get these plants stuck down. Tempted to pop them up on a bit of dimension. Maybe pop the plants up. So I'm going to stick down the pots. Put the weeble pot in, the wobble pot. And the robotic ears pot. I'm going to rename all the pots. Welcome Zaina, good afternoon, nice to see you. It keeps freezing for me. Oh, how annoying, I'm sorry Fee. Is everybody okay, or does it keep freezing for them? It seems to be working on my other device, which is good. Good sign for me anyway. Welcome Zaina. Have you been here before, Zaina? So I'm going to pop up some dimensionals. Now be careful where you put the dimensions because you don't want them sticking to your card behind there. So it's okay so far, thank you. Well, welcome, it's lovely to see you. If you want to share where you're watching from, please give a warm welcome to Zaina, everybody. And if anyone else is watching live for the first time, do comment along. It's always nice to welcome people to the crafting community. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue so we actually stick the plant in the pot, like so. There we go. That one is sticking out, I can see you hiding. There we go. Right, I'm not going to stick that down yet because we've got some more to go. Just going to check this isn't going to overlap. Okay, that should be fine. Oh, you're in the UK, great, welcome. So I do a live most Tuesdays, 1 o'clock, and then I'm back on your screens over on YouTube. Same name, Stampin' Star Creations, and do a demonstration in the evening as well. So do feel free to join me then. If anybody's interested in a catalogue where it shows all these lovely products, happy to send one in the post if you're in the UK, France, Germany, Austria. And I have an online shop as well, so you can check out all the lovely goodness. Right, I've got to go now, says Wendy. Uni shopping with Lottie. Enjoy, have fun. Nice to see you, Wendy. I hope you get all your bits that you need. Now that looks a bit too big for the pot now, but we're just going to go with it. It's one of those situations where it's outgrowing the pot and need to repot it. You know that stage when the plant is bursting out the pot. I think that's how I stumbled across you. Ah, what, through YouTube? Nice to have you with us. Thank you for joining. Okay, now let's bring on the base. I like that on the grey, very sophisticated. So even if you wanted to make a card without the bookmark, you could use the same style and design. So can you guys think of somebody who you'd like to gift this bookmark card to? who's perhaps a reader. Maybe it's their birthday coming up soon, or just want to send them something in the post. Now I'm thinking this is getting quite tall for my card. So the trick is to see whether it fit in the envelope. I think it will, because the envelope's usually... Yeah, so you might want to just fold that down like that and it will fit in your envelope. Okay, and because it is a more masculine-ish card, I'm not going to add any gems on it on this occasion. I'm going to leave it as is. How about it? There we go. So thank you so much for watching along, and let me know if you have a go making this card, and like I said, please do share it on my group page at SSC Inspired and Shared. Here's my details. You can email me if you want to be added onto the WhatsApp list. So if you want notification of when I'm going live, then I can send you a WhatsApp notification. It involves just having your number, but it won't get shared to a third party or anybody else. And it kind of goes out as a group message, but because it's done under a it's called an announcement, so everybody gets the message without seeing everybody's numbers. That's lovely, says Susan. Esther, and happy birthday, thank you. And she's welcoming Zaina. Valerie says, I love this card. Thank you. So just to show you, side by side, a more feminine approach and a more masculine one. Or, you know, if somebody's into plants and gardening, not so much into flowers, you know, you can take this how you will, and you can really get using up that lovely designer series paper. So I'm going to just turn the cam. There we are. Lovely. Thank you once again for joining me. It's lovely to see you. Please do come back at 9. Oh, internet went funny then. Do come back at 9 o'clock tonight, but over on my YouTube channel, Stampin' Star Creations. If you want to check out that video from my family, it's the latest video that's up there. And look out tomorrow, my video for the new Christmas challenge will be coming out. So it's all go, go, go. Thank you for joining me. Take care and lots of love. God bless you all, and I'll catch up hopefully with you guys soon. Bye for now.